welcome to Bethel Brothers Hot Rod, another episode of Project 69. I got to take care of some rear suspension issues, like get rid of the lowering, and then fix that big old chop for the airbag and slam it to the ground junk that's coming off. So stick around, stay tuned. This is what I'm dealing with here. This big stupid hump was put on by the guy who owned it before, so he could put airbags on it and it would drop down over the axles. He also flipped the leaf springs, and hopefully he didn't weld this on, so I could put it back on top, put the leaf springs back on top. And he also has the angle of this going down the back, as in, that's not good on your U-joint to be all crooked sauce. Anyway, I also had to fix the welder. The little drive unit broke. I used a torch and a screwdriver to weld the plastic back together in there. Now Joey's saying that that welder isn't strong enough, but I made the trailer with that, and so I can kind of rebuke what he was. The old trailer, I welded this using that. There are no cracks, no breaks, no stress seams, no nothing. It's ugly, but it's holding together and there's no breaks, so I'm going to use it and fix the frame. So I got some jack stands, jack stand. I've got where the axle goes from the back side to the front side, a measurement that I marked on the back to the edge of the tire using squares. Pretty much anything I could. There's the square, the block, lines, measurements written down. So I'm going to take the leaf springs off, because once I take that off, if you don't have that supported, it's just going to fall. Or it might tip forward. I don't know what it's going to do. So we'll see. I'm going to take it apart. Yeah, okay. So there you go. It's been flipped. Well, not flipped, actually just put on top. The only thing that got flipped was the shackles. I just moved the seat to the top. I do recommend, if you're going to do this, put those in first, your forwards, and then you just jack up the end to get these to come in. Otherwise, you're going to come up with some crazy ideas trying to get there in there. Just jack it up. I used an old brake rotor and a 4x4. So what's next is putting these back in there. What I'm going to do is cut this loose so I can get in the back. And just for these purposes, I'm going to cut to about right here so I can put bracing all the way through, and then I'll rebox it in and cut this off. But everything's all squared up and triangulated with his bracing and stuff. One thing I didn't take care of when I was doing this, when you jack it up, it kind of creeps to an angle. I got to come over a little bit. So I'm going to just loosen those up, kick the axle or slide the frame, and then retighten it. Alright, so I got the piece all cleaned up, tacked, welded, super welded on the D setting. I don't know if you can see this, but I also beveled the edges. Ow, hot, 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 hot. That way it welds all the way to the end, penetrating all the way through. And I'm doing C welds. Sometimes I gotta spin back, but I wait till it fills in and then go back. But I got a long way to go, and I still gotta change the oil on that thing. Call my grandma. Lots of stuff, man. So I was kind of feeling like I was gonna be ambitious to get a lot of this done, but this is really thick steel, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. I'll get this one done though. With the mouth full of cookie and fading light, I got it welded in there. And the welder took a dump. Both of them, that one and that one, so I'm gonna have to get some replacement parts. So that's gonna do it for that. I was eating cookies. That's gonna do it for today's episode, people. I'm all out of time. Gotta get ready for work. So thanks for tuning in and watching Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. Peace out, babies.